Stop to United Auto Sales. It's never hard to find a vehicle here. The lot is always loaded with cars, trucks, SUVs. Just take a look. I'll bet we have it, and if we don't, we'll buy it for you. United Auto Sales on Commercial Drive in Yorkville, where it's always easy to do business.
Disruption Networks.
Shout out to our boy John Liebing for the theme song. What's up, everybody? My friends, we are back. Did you miss me? I hope you guys all had a great holiday. Shout out to the sponsors before we get into anything. Shout out to our brand new sponsor, United Auto Sales. Shout out to Joe Steet and the crew over there. Go visit their showroom at 4994 Commercial Drive in Yorkville, or go to their website and visit unitedusedcars.com. See why it's easy to do business with United. Thank you, Joe and the crew over there, for believing in the D, and you'll be hearing a lot from them in weeks to come. Also, shout out to EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his staff at 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. Have them do all the work for you. Shout out to my boy Matt Grabsky over at Joey's at 307. He did an amazing job. He catered my cousin's Christmas Eve party the other day. Awesome. Everything was absolutely fantastic. If you're in the mood for a good meal this week, I can't even talk today, bro. It's like getting used to get back into the swing of things. It's like, oh my God. But if you want a great meal this week, go hit up Joey's, 315-864-3527. And now they're serving alcohol too. So you go down, have a nice glass of vino, and eat some delicious seafood and pasta dishes and the old school East Utica style dinners. Awesome place. Go check them out. Shout out to Billy, the liquor guy. He's got a book out there called Under Too Long. You can get that book on Amazon or wherever you get your books. Shout out to Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, my attorney, Dave Longaretta. 315-735-6162 is the number that you need to dial if you need some legal advice. And thank you to Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Justin, we're back, baby.
Yes.
It's good to see you, man.
I got my UC back.
Bro, I got to talk about your son, his drumming skills.
Dude, did you see that?
Oh, my God, it was great.
Like, I'm trying to tell everybody, like, nobody believes me. Nobody ever showed him how to do anything. Mm-hmm. Nothing. He just does it. His right hand.
Not even Uncle Joe Rossi?
No.
Come on.
No, taught him, like, I think Joe is like, taught him how to hold the sticks a little bit better because he was kind of doing it weird, but he's like, yeah, just do it like this, but, yeah, nothing.
He's got better timing than me.
And me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And I'm just like, my wife's like, well, just teach him something. I go, he's doing all right now. And I mean, I don't want to do something like teach him wrong. I'm not a drummer.
Yeah.
And between Kaliako and Joe Rossi, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. So, but he's the attention span's not there yet for the lessons. You know what I mean? Like today, my wife insisted I tried to show him a beat. So I tried to show him a beat, and he kind of just looked at me, and like, cause he's like embarrassed to play in front of me.
Is he?
Which is why if you look at the video, like you could see like I kind of came around the wall and then he saw me and I was like, shit, and then he played. And I was like, yes, okay, he played. Because I mean he's nailing it. His right hand is right there.
Yeah.
And I'm going.
And his foot.
It's insane.
Does he love it?
He loves it.
Oh,
he loves playing the drums. He absolutely loves playing the drums.
That's so cool.
So
man. How was your Christmas?
It was great. Yeah. Different. It was different. My both of my grandmothers are in the hospital, so Christmas Eve is always at my in-laws, which is fine. Christmas Day we go to my grandmother's on my father's side, and then my grandmother's on my mother's side, and we had none of that this year, so we held Christmas Day at our house. So it was
cool. Did a bunch of people come over?
Not really a bunch. I mean, my sister and her kids came over, and Jose and Chris, and my parents, and that was it. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Good. And New Year's, you got a big gig coming up on New Year's. Two of them, right? You got one in Ithaca and then one at the Turning Stone.
Yeah, John O'Leary, who's my best friend in the world, who's best man at my wedding. He owns the Ithaca Ale House down in Ithaca, and just opened a brand new building. Opened in a brand new building, much bigger. Everything's just beautiful. And so full band showtime down there on New Year's Eve. And then New Year's Day, I can't remember the name of the band now. I just looked it up so I could.
Junkyard Heights.
Junkyard Heights. We're playing a double bill with them on New Year's Day at the gig.
Awesome. How was it getting back to the Turning Stone?
It was really cool. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to quite. It feels like we're not back yet because it was just kind of like everything happened so fast. We got in there. There was a private party that day, so we couldn't set up until 9 o'clock. We're supposed to start at 10, but the guys, powers that be, were like, "Don't worry about it and get yourself set up, get ready to go." So it was a kind of a quick hustle. Like, get in there. We played, and then bam, we're done. It's like, whoa, okay, did that even just happen? So I'm looking forward to getting in. Not this time because it's a double bill. It should be fun either way. But like when we get to go in, set up, go eat dinner, relax, go on and play, that'll be like old times. So, which the last time we played there before this past time was we did a special Showtime circa 2012 gig. And it was it was our last public gig before the quarantine. Mm-hmm. And we brought Sean back, Keith James on keyboards, Ben Salzman came back and played, and Joey, Jose, and I. It was 6 of us at the time in 2012, so we brought it back. And that was the last gig we played publicly before everything shut down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's been that long since we've been back to the gig.
Back at it, baby.
Yeah.
Back at it, and hopefully we can continue those good times.
For sure, yeah.
Just the way the world's going. But I don't want to get into all that today. We do got a bunch of people checking in on Facebook already.
Really?
And speaking of Turning Stone, we know our boy Tim Moyer has a big Turning Stone gig coming up this week, too.
Oh, for sure.
He's playing Gridley Page over at the gig with Last Left. They're going on New Year's Eve, so if you're not doing anything on New Year's Eve, go see Gridley Page and Last Left. He's saying hello, and he can't believe we're back on. We took some time off. We had to. I had to.
Yeah.
Stanley was super busy.
Oh,
like
for
the
sure.
whole month of December was crazy busy.
Well, I mean, how many times did I call you and go, dude, sorry, I can't make it this Monday. It was like every time that something was going on, it was always on a Monday, and I'm like, I can't deal with this. You know what I mean? Like, this is my happy place. I just like being here.
Me too.
And hanging and talking, and all that other shit is whatever. But
also got to give a shout out to Gina. Hello, happy holidays to everybody. Dave Borges, still putting my head back together after the Christmas festivities. Happy New Year's, guys.
Oh, good hearing from you, Dave.
And he's saying also Oliver rocks.
That he does.
Our boy Roy Costin checking in. And Genesee Joe. Hey, bud. I hope you're feeling better.
Oh, yeah, my man.
My man. So, Justin.
Yes, sir.
New Year's approaching. Mm-hmm. We're going into 2022. Can you even fathom that?
No.
It's crazy.
No, I can't.
So what I wanted to do today is a little year in review of Local Music Monday.
For sure.
A year in review of 2021.
We had some great guests.
And I'm glad he's on right now, Mr. Borgia, because he actually kicked off 2021 with us.
Absolutely.
Back in January. I don't remember what the hell we talked about, do you?
No, we talked about. I want to think that in the beginning of last year, the studio was still set up the other way, wasn't it?
It was
in the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because we did the Sammy's. Quick shout out. Show from that way.
Yeah,
I remember that.
You're jumping ahead. That was March.
Yeah, but so even in March we still had the old studio.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. You're right. So,
I
think this new setup came about in the middle of summer.
Gotcha.
I think it was right around the middle of summer.
So it feels like, it's so homey and so nice here. It feels like we've been this way forever, and then you start thinking about it and you're like, oh, wait a minute, we were that, but it's cool.
We've had so many different setups here at the D.
Yeah.
This is the best.
I like it.
By far, this is definitely the best. Also, going into January of 2021, our boy Jay Schnitt was here.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Schnitt reminds me of like the Utica's version of Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, absolutely.
Right?
He has 4,000 albums out right now.
He's got a new one coming out, too.
Remember there was that one, he was like, yeah, so I got 3 albums coming out this week. And it's like, wait, what? Really, the kid, is just a songwriting machine. And it's not like he's just pulling stuff out and throwing lyrics together and tossing them out. This is songs that are coming from deep down inside of him, which is really awesome. And we're lucky to have somebody like that in our area, for
Jay
sure.
Schnitt's like a true artist, Doesn't shower, smokes a lot of cigarettes, drinks whiskey and,
for sure.
And scotch, and he's like a beatnik type of
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Then we had Chris Eves.
I love that dude.
Me too.
Super talented.
Do you follow him at all on social media?
I do, yeah. He started doing all those one-man band things. Just,
It's incredible. Super talented. He plays everything.
He does.
The things that he's doing on the social media, if you guys haven't checked out Chris Eves, make sure you do yourself a favor and go check him out. He's doing some awesome. I think it's Acapella, the app. You ever hear that?
Oh yeah,
app,
yeah,
Acapella?
yeah.
I think that's the app that he uses.
Yeah.
So it breaks down into 4 different sections.
Yep.
And you just kind of loop it over the other one and
Sure.
over the other one, and it's
Well, if you pay a low monthly fee, you can have 6 or 8 different ones you can do. You
Oh,
know?
is that how it goes?
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, but you got to pay the small monthly fee.
I gotcha. What's that fee? Like $9.99?
Oh, I'm sure it's like ridiculous, but yeah, Chris. I met Chris at a Taste of Syracuse one year. He was playing after us, and I realized that he had the same amp that I did, which is not a very common amp around here, like the Bogner Ecstasy. He's the 3rd person in the area that I know of that has that amp. Pam Adderman from
Big Blue.
Her stepfather, Jeff Avalier, has one.
Oh, wow.
I have one, and Chris has one, and I'm not sure if there's anybody out there other than the 3 of us who have one in the area. And so he had it like sitting under the stage, and he brought it because he thought he had to, but they had amps already up there, and he was like, "Screw it, I don't know what happened, but there it was sitting under the stage." And I'm just like, I didn't have one at the time, and I wanted one for years, and I just sat there drooling over it. It was right before I got one, so that was my first. We talked about it. We talked about it for like an hour after. It was great. So he's such a cool dude too. I was really happy when we had him come in.
Yeah, actually, he zoomed in.
Yes, he zoomed in. That's right.
We were still.
Yeah, because he was in his studio there. Yeah, and he was talking to us about some of the different things he's got, and he was getting going on that thing. So
you nerded out with him with Zach Brown, because I know he's played with Zach Brown a few times.
Yes, it was like when that happened, I was like, man, and it's so funny how he got to that point. Like he knew somebody with this and that, and got him into play, and it was just. I
think he told us that he went to Berkeley with one of the guys that plays in the band.
I think it was Clay Cook.
Clay Cook, there you go. Yeah. Good memory,
he was
brother.
Incredibly talented. If you get a chance, go on YouTube and check out. Just type in Clay Cook. Maybe I'm amazed. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Paul McCartney song, and he literally does. He loops, but he has every instrument live on stage. There's an audience. And he's on stage and he does a drum part. He comes in and does the bass part, does the thing, and then plays the song on the piano.
Wow.
And it's absolutely outstanding. Loops the whole thing. And it was the first time I actually saw Clay, who played with John Mayer back in Berkeley. Clay Cook actually wrote like 4 songs with Mayer, like Why Georgia, No Such Thing, Neon. All those songs, early John Mayer, Clay Cook wrote all those with him. Huh. And then they went down to Georgia together, and that's when they split apart, and he ended up with Zach Brown later on. But he did all that stuff he was playing solo like that all throughout Georgia. So, yeah, it's cool.
Huge. Then we had our 1-year anniversary. Can you believe it? Then we're coming up on 2 years.
2 years.
1-year anniversary of Local Music Monday. Epic day.
Oh, it was great.
We had Max Sheldon in.
Yep.
We had Cassidy come in just before she bounced out to L.A.
Yeah. You're lucky there.
Who else was on there that day? Schnitt came in again. I think Jay Schnitt came in and played. He kicked it all off.
Ryan Quinn before he was a member of Showtime.
Ryan Quinn. And then Matt Gridley was here.
Yep, that's right.
And his other buddy there.
Yeah. He who shall not be named.
Right. But you know what was cool, though? When Matt and Tim came in, they did some originals.
Yes, which was cool.
Yes.
We got a taste of their album before they released it, which was really awesome.
Yes, this year, Gridley Page released an album.
Yep.
Great. Awesome stuff.
That's great. I mean, think about that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Gridley Page released an album in 2021. Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Super cool, man. Super cool. That was a fun day. Everybody performed. Dude, that was like a 3.5-hour show.
It was.
So what I have going on, I'm looking at our YouTube channel and our playlist, our YouTube playlist, and just looking through. And, that went on for 3.5 hours.
Yeah. I mean, and everybody out there, if you want to go back and watch some of the stuff that we're talking about, it's right there on our YouTube page. Mm-hmm. And, the playlist is under Local Music Mondays. So you can see everything that we've done, because C does so much hard work after the fact, getting all this together and up on YouTube and
Got to make sure it gets up there, brother.
Yeah, man.
Got to make sure it gets up
Appreciate your hard work, man. I come in here, I talk, I take over everything with my big mouth, and then bye, see you later.
I love that big mouth. I do. You save me from talking so much, because I always talk too much.
Same here.
And then we moved on. Kate Devin joined us. You, unfortunately, weren't able to make it that show. Kate Devin's fun talent, man. She's killing it right now. And she's super young, still doing her thing, and she's out gigging. She's
only 17, right?
No. I want to say she's like 20 now.
Oh, okay.
I want to say she's like 20. But she's out there gigging a lot, too, so check out Kate Devin. And then our boy Mike Sales from Simple Props.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
Yeah, and he's actually because we always say that if you've had a chance to play gigs with us in Showtime, that we consider you a member of the band. And
Extended family.
Yeah, and Sal's has done probably 5 or 6 gigs with us now. Between when Jerry was in the band and now when Ryan's in the band, he fills in. Sometimes Ryan has a solo gig that he had booked. Before we started playing together, it's in the band, and so he's got to honor that gig. So luckily Mike didn't have a gig a lot of these nights that we lost Ryan, and we were able to have him come in and play. So he's kind of an official member of Showtime.
Who better to fill Ryan Quinn's shoes than Mike Sales?
What a voice, man. I mean, and it's so funny with Simple Props. They do like 50 songs a night. He was explaining this to me the other day. They do like 50 songs a night, and they roll in one song to the next. Yeah. So there's, we're not like the same with Showtime. Showtime, we have 3 lead singers right now at this point. At one time, we had 5. Yeah. But now we're down to 3 lead singers, and we take a second in between songs. Jose tells stories. It's fun. It's a show. We do our thing, and it's very difficult for Mike to get that because he's so used to going Led Zeppelin, Journey, back into Led Zeppelin, back into Four Non Blondes. And he's screaming these parts of the stratosphere all night long. Yeah. And we're like, dude, you don't have to sing the next song because we split it up. We'll go, Mike, me, Jose, then back to Mike, me, Jose, and then we'll go through so everybody gets a chance to take a break and from singing lead. And Mike's just like, this is crazy, man.
I'm confused.
I'm just so confused. I feel like I should be doing something. I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of sitting there playing a tambourine when I'm not singing. I don't know what to do. So it's been really fun.
The most underrated vocalist in all of the 315.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Hands down. Hands down.
For sure.
Brian Zeinheiser from Fratello's joined us on Local Music Monday this past year.
Yeah, single-handedly saved local music in the Valley during the pandemic. That's for sure.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, you got to give credit to One Jenny as well.
Yes, One Jenny as well. Yep.
Brian was definitely carrying the torch.
Yeah.
Opening his doors to everybody. And so many people are coming in and out of that place.
Yeah, we talked about it. We just had a Christmas party where this was the lineup for the Christmas party. We had the Port Tim band in there, full band, in that little spot. And we had Gary Johnson came into play, Matt McGlory, Lenny Jr., myself, and Sean. And then we had special guests come up. Brian actually came up and played a little bit. Steve Rigo came up and played. Lauren, God, I forget his last name. He's gonna kill me if he hears this, but he plays piano and stuff and guitar. So they came up and did like All Along the Watchtower, and it was just nice. We had like all these people sit in and had a really good time, and it was at that point that I realized I was like, where else are you gonna find live music 5 days a week in the 315? I mean, let's put it that way. Really, I mean, like let's go the whole entire 315. I mean, he has music Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Amazing. And we're talking about
Frankfurt, New York.
We're talking about Frankfurt, New York, and we're talking about music, but we forgot to mention the incredible food that he serves every day. Not only does he put on all these great artists to come in and out of his place, but the food's fantastic.
And if you're a fan of the Empire Plate, Bill Vinci's done a show on him, and you can actually see him and talk about how incredible the food is there. It really is.
Yeah, and Bill knows food.
Oh, yeah, and if you missed the Thurston-style pizza, they make a hell of a Thurston-style pizza down there. That Thurston's used to be a restaurant in Frankfurt, if you're not familiar. And they had this really, really good pizza, and it was like made in this dingy kitchen with this really good sauce, and they would burn the top, like the top is kind of crispy.
I love that.
Little kind of brownish black pieces of cheese, a nice crispy crust on the bottom, and Brian does a really good job at Fratello's with that. So
it's a science to get it burnt like
absolutely. Yep. And of course, every pizza oven's different, so it had to been the pizza ovens there and how, because they weren't cooking the pizza any less or any more than anybody else was. It was just their ovens, so it's just how to do that. But yeah, it was cool.
Stop, you're making me hungry.
I know, right?
Bob Lett joined us, too.
Yep.
That was fun. I love Bob.
Oh, he's such a great dude.
He's the most chillest guy you'll ever talk to, too. And the guy's been playing around forever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his career expands like 30-plus years.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was one of the ones that we always have people that when they're getting ready to come in, and they're like, I don't know what the hell, I'm not prepared for this. I don't know what the hell, because nobody realizes that this isn't, these shows aren't planned. We sit here and we just shoot the shit with people, and for the most part, you and I know just about everybody we've had in. It's funny because there's people that I don't know. You're like, you don't know that guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no, I don't. And I'm like, this person. You're like, I don't know that person. It's like weird. And you and I end up getting these people in and getting to know these people and, each other. But Bob was one of those guys who was like, I don't know what to talk about. I mean, like, is there any questions to prepare or anything like that? No, we're just going to sit and chill and hang out. So,
we never know what the hell we're going to
hell no.
Still don't know.
No.
But Bob's been playing in Grit and Grace,
Mm-hmm.
and he back in the day used to play in Red Hush and Visigoth and all these other great bands.
Great bands.
Great bands. Great bass player. And Bob could sing, too. Nobody gives him any love on his vocals.
Have you ever heard his AC/DC impression?
Oh, yeah, Thunderstruck.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Spot on, brother. Spot on. Trampoline Jetstream, Nick Vanderwood was in.
Who's coming out with a solo album.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's right. He has been recording, huh? Mm-hmm. Super talented, that kid.
Very, very talented. He plays every instrument on it, too.
Does he really? Wow.
Yeah. He just released that one that he did at his house. I forget the song now, but you remember what I'm talking about? The last video he just released, and he was like just him in his house or something. But he played every instrument there, too. Because I think drums was his first instrument.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
He was playing in the clubs at 10 years old.
Yeah, man.
He was playing at the EC. I remember him 12 years old. They used to call him Little Vince Neil. So he just reminded me of him. I don't know why, but the kid can absolutely sing, and he's killing it. Proud of those guys, man. Proud of him. It's like watching all these kids grow up.
Sure.
It's like you guys are going to be carrying the torch from here on out. So
people don't realize how, like, 12 years old like that, 13 years old, he's coming up on stage singing at Saranac in front of 4,000 people.
Right.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And parents and people who aren't in music don't realize how hard that is to do, to get in front of that many people and have, because you have to have some sort of confidence to get up in front of that many people. I mean, not to say that anybody's arrogant, but just you have to have a certain amount of confidence that, hey, I feel confident and comfortable enough in my talent and what I do to get up and show myself to 4,000 people. And the fact that at 12 years old he was doing that. Yeah. It's just amazing.
And doing it well, too, at 12 years old.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that shout out goes to, Barney and Michelle for showing showing him through that, you know what I mean, and helping him through that. And I'm sure he saw Barney play in front of all those people for years and, kind of understood it, so.
It's so cool to watch those two get up and perform with each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a special moment.
Yep.
I've seen him do it a bunch.
There's a few father-son duos that are fun to watch. There was one time that Lenny Jr. and Sr. got up together. It was the first time they'd ever played together. Leigh Brer was at Lucan's, and the Allman Brothers tribute band with Assist Eyes. And Lenny Sr. and Gene Vos were playing double drums at the gig. And so Lenny Jr. was able to get up and play alongside of his dad. And there was no flamming. It was all it was perfection. Like, just they hit exactly with each other.
Who's more handsome, junior or senior?
I don't know. I'm partial to Senior just because he's got that,
He's better looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so,
Dad, I'll hold the beat. You do all the fills and just fill it up nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but wait, Lenny. So that one spot in one section in the song, I don't think it's the A section or the B section. Maybe like a B half section. There, you know that part? Not that part. We're gonna go back to the B section here, and at the end of the song, when you think it's gonna end, it's not gonna end. It's gonna go back to the beginning, back into the B section, possibly the B half section, and then end the song.
Okay. Yeah. You do the fill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell my friends, too, I'm like, if we're making fun of you on the show, we're not making fun of you. We're celebrating you.
Yeah.
It's not, that means we love you. It's hard.
For sure.
It's hard being our friend.
For sure.
Right? It's not easy being our friend.
Phil Scalise is telling me to shut up. This isn't a talk show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should just talk like Lenny for the rest of the show.
Yeah, Genesee Joe says Lenny Sr. Absolutely. So, yeah, we'll go with that.
By far.
And Rob Gerling says Z's impression is spot on, which it absolutely is.
You know that one part in the song? Wait, my hair. Oh, my God. What was I saying? I forgot. Lenny, I got to tell a quick Lenny Jr. story. Back when we played a brass knuckle, and he'd be going off in this thing, and then all of a sudden he'd be pissed off. Like, God damn it. And he'd get up from his kit, and I'm like, what's wrong? But this thing got out of whack. And so he'd move his snare drum just a centimeter. Yeah. And then that's what pissed him off. It moved a centimeter. I'm like, you're really mad? Because he'd get up, Jesus Christ, and he'd move his
He's super. I mean, Lenny is definitely super serious. I mean,
I've seen punch holes in the wall after bad gigs.
When we first started the Poor Tim Band, the very first incarnation of the Poor Tim Band was, believe it or not, Pat Orlowski was first, but then he was quickly replaced by by Lenny Jr. And Lenny's dad had taken this small floor tom and turned it into a bass drum, and he had this little tiny kit and like folded out. It was awesome. I looked like the Abominable Snowman, like sitting on this little tiny kit, when I sat behind it. But it was cool. So we had that. It was obviously Sean and I, Jeff Moyer and Keith James.
Oh wow!
It was awesome, and we just had a blast. And this was at Shorty's days, and but Lenny, we always told Lenny, it was like, listen. Because he's a very, very serious individual when it comes to music. He wants everything is serious. We're like, listen, poor Tim is not serious. At the time, Sean and I were both playing the Showtime. And it's like, we have a serious band that we take very seriously, and all those gigs we play, we're super, super serious and super into it. Poor Tim is like our kind of able to let loose and relax and have a great time. You know what I mean? And just not worry about if we fuck up or if we don't. You know what I mean? And, like, we get talking in between the songs. And, every single time, Sean will get telling a story, and you'll hear Lenny go, ah! Like this. And we're like, turn around, whip around. I'm like, what? And he's like, just fucking play. Why the fuck do we keep talking? Let's just fucking play. And I'm like, dude, calm down. And he's like, no, this is bullshit. He's like, you're sitting here talking for 45 fucking minutes. Oh, yeah. But that's Lenny. And that's, and I get where he's coming from because he takes it serious, and everybody, and it's so funny, like bands, everybody has a separate personality. You end up loving them so much for their personalities, you know what I mean? And his drive is there. It always has been, so.
And maybe one day I'll come do Local Music Monday.
Yeah. Oh, we should. We should totally bring him in. That'd be great.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Since we're talking about who was more handsome, I think our most handsome guest that ever joined us in the whole history of Local Music Monday,
yeah,
your bandmate Ryan Quinn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Big time.
He was a guest this year. He came in twice. He came in for our anniversary party.
Yep.
Then he came in just to shoot the shit. And I think it was to announce that he was joining Showtime.
Yes, it was. That's right.
That was the first time we made it public.
Yeah. He is a handsome man. And I tell him that quite often during the shows. And I think it might make him feel slightly uncomfortable, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's been such an amazing addition. I think he'd be an amazing addition to any band. The kid can sing anything. He did that Chris Cornell tribute. You look at Ryan Quinn and you think, but the difference is you watch Chris Cornell sing. When he sang, he was like, it looked like he was having a baby or trying to push out a big shit, something, But then Ryan sits up there and he's got those eyebrows that are like this, and he's just like, whoa! And he like sings it. He makes it look so fucking easy.
Yeah.
So our keyboard player and I just go like this to him every time he hits one of those big high notes. So
I'm trying to get the moniker RQ Smooth dubbed on him. I want that to stick.
That'd be cool.
RQ Smooth, because that's what he is. He's smooth.
Way better than Big Sexy.
Way better than Big Sexy. RQ Smooth. Ryan Quinn.
It'd be good if he hosted a radio show too.
You think so?
Yeah, late night with RQ Smooth.
Like a Delilah thing?
Yes, exactly. What would you like to hear? Tell me all about your relationship.
I'm trying to see.
Joe Town's in the house.
Joe Town.
Yes.
Shout out to Joe Town. Joe Town's daughter, off subject really quick, Joe Town's daughter made Louie and Carlo from the Uncle Louie Variety Show Zia dolls. They got the character, the Zias?
Yeah.
They made Zia dolls. They actually used a Ken doll and just dressed them up in their garbs.
So cool.
Dude, so cool. It was the coolest thing.
Yeah, I still have yet to meet those guys. We got to do a Local Music Monday, blend in with them. We'll we'll go off one day and have a blast. It'll be great.
Yeah, they're coming to town the following Monday because we're doing our VIP happy hour for Patreon on Monday, January 3rd.
Oh, so are we not doing a show?
No, we are.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we are. We'll do this first and then them after. So you probably get a chance to meet them that day.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be great.
Our VIP happy hours are nuts, bro.
Yeah.
They get crazy.
Maybe I'll have to get a babysitter.
It's a lot of drinking.
For sure.
It is a lot of drinking. But we have people from Canada and Australia, and Vegas and New York and Batavia, and just from all over the globe, pretty much.
Yeah. And they all come here?
No. It's a Zoom thing.
Oh, a Zoom thing. Okay.
It's a Zoom thing.
Gotcha.
So on our Patreon account, and if you guys want to sign up for our Patreon account, it's patreon.com/the Uncle Louie Variety Show, or Hold the Sarcasm. Either or brings you down to it. You sign up for our VIP thing, and that gets you a monthly happy hour. And we just hang out, and we talk for a couple hours and drink and tell stories. Cool. And we do a little one-on-one with everybody for a couple minutes, and then bring the whole group in. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Sounds great, man.
Another day that was a lot of fun is when Brad and Mike from Annie in the Water came in and performed.
Right.
Epic day.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, and that was the start of what we were going to try to do. I think we got to bring this back, and we really got to focus on it. That once a month, having somebody come in and perform.
Yeah,
because really, I mean, I think that now coming up on the 2-year anniversary, people are really getting sick and tired of just hearing you and I talk.
I agree.
And it's just, and we have the guests, and we got to switch it up a little bit. You know what I mean? And I mean, I have grandiose ideas for this show. Like I want to go out on remote. I want to start doing stuff where, I loved, that was one thing I loved about the Zoom calls during the quarantine was that there was always a change of scenery. You know what I mean? I would go outside or I'd come inside and be in a different room
You'd be on the golf course.
Be on the golf course, something, you know what I mean? Which that'd be a nice one. Right. Just golf and talk, how
Live
awesome would that
Hills.
be? Yeah, live from Holland Heights in Herkimer, Holland Heights. And, we'll have our guests come on and golf with us, and we'll talk the whole time as we golf 9 holes. That'd be fun.
It would be
that.
fun.
Yeah.
Then everybody can make fun of my golf swing.
Yeah, and make fun of the fact that all mine go left or right, never straight.
Right, same here, Bill. Annie in the Water is a great band, though. If you guys get a chance, check them out if you haven't already. That day they came in, they're promoting the Brain Injury Foundation. Mm-hmm. It's something that Mike and Brad are both proponents of and have been supporting for a while. And they came in, they wrote a song about it, and that song actually did quite well. Got a lot of spins.
Absolutely.
A lot of streams. So
he just wrote something on Facebook on Christmas, Michael, and it just was so. If you ever just wonder what their personalities are, I mean, he summed it up. This is his holiday post, and he said, "Majestic Yuletide vibrations to all," and it just made me feel so calm. And it was like, wow, that's just awesome. Made me feel good, And that's their band.
Yeah.
Their band, it just makes you feel good.
He's one of those people, you feel so much better when you're in his presence.
Yeah, for sure.
He brings you that Zen feeling hanging out with Michael because he's just such a good, genuine dude. He'll come in, give you a big old hug, and he just makes you feel comfortable and warm, and you just feel great. Like it's enlightening hanging out with them too.
For sure.
Good people, man. Annie in the Water's killing it. I like to see them blow up, and they're doing really well. I mean, they've been a band for 12 years.
Yeah.
But they're picking up.
They have a Wikipedia.
They have a Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Yeah?
As far as I know.
Do they really?
I think so. Now I got to look it up. I swear to God they did.
Huh.
But no, they're pretty. I mean, grassroots, once again, you look back, I mean, even as commercial now as the Dave Matthews Band is, in the beginning, they weren't. They started out with the whole Grateful Dead thing, letting people tape their shows, and that's how they made it. It was just this grassroots following, and Annie in the Water is, the same thing, just that grassroots, word of mouth, everything like that. Just, they show up and play. And it's incredible. And they don't know when to stop either.
Yeah.
It'll be 4 in the morning, they're still playing. It's incredible.
Definitely go check them out. They're doing some big things. They're a big festival band. So if you are on the festival circuit, chances are you're going to see Annie in the Water on that lineup.
And I'm an idiot. They're not on Wikipedia. I thought they were.
You looked it up. I love it.
I did. I thought they were. And I'm really upset that I must have dreamt it.
We talked about Gridley Page releasing an album this year, but also another band that released an album this year was Not Robots, and that album is fantastic. You guys can check it out on Spotify.
That was
Amazon
such a
Music,
cool episode too.
It was, man. Those guys are great. They're a great original band. They've got a prog rock feel, funk rock. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
They do a lot of different things, multi-genre.
Yeah, for sure.
Great local band. Check them out. Not Robots. Good people. Good people. Another good person, and he's semi a mentor of mine.
Yeah.
He's kind of a lover of mine. That's Genesee Joe.
Oh, yeah.
He was on this year, too. He's on a lot.
So
I love having
love.
Joe on.
So
I'll have Joe on every day if it was possible.
Yeah.
Every day.
Then you'd have to pay him because he's with 92.7. So you know what I mean?
We've done some great things in the past. We used to work together back at WOUR. We've done a thing where Todd and I went and broadcast live from the drive during his show. During the
wow.
Joe show. Which I plan on wanting to do that again.
Well, we should definitely do that again.
It was a lot of fun doing
Especially with the, and what we should do is our guest for that day should be Mark Sistai. Because, I mean, two guys, in different medias, you know what I mean? You got Genesee Joe with the radio, on 92.7 The Drive, really promoting local music, and then Mark Sistai with the OD, promoting local music that way, and then they can yell and scream at everybody on the air with us about how nobody responds to them when they're like, "Where's everybody playing this week?" Because nobody responds to them. They're like, "We want to advertise you," and all these people are like, "Yeah, no." It's like, wait a minute. Don't you want people at your shows?
Right.
You know, I mean, they're legit asking you, you know, so now that'll be fun to talk about. We should do that.
You can tell it stresses both of them out.
Oh, so bad.
It stresses me out, too.
It does me, too, yeah, because, I mean, you know that like, they act like there's no hard work in what, you know, Joe and Mark do. I mean, to put that calendar event together every single week or every single day, however much they're working. I mean, they got to be working on it every day, you know, inputting, you know, stuff if they get it. But I mean, especially like holiday weekends like New Year's Eve when Genesee Joe and Mark Sistai should never have to go on Facebook more than once to say send me your gigs for New Year's or send me your gigs for the night before Thanksgiving. Should not have to go on more than once because everybody should just blow it up right there.
You're right.
And it's not their responsibility to go on your page and see where you're playing. I'm going to say it. There you go.
Yeah. Shout out to both of those guys. Also,
Yeah,
shout out to Bill's music listings, too.
Yes. Oh, my God.
So he doesn't make those posts. He actually goes out and seeks it himself.
He does.
Because he's got time on his hands. He's a retired man.
Yep.
And he just goes and he does
We
searches.
should have him in. There
We
you
should
go.
have him
There's
in
a
someday.
guest.
Yeah. We should have him in. But Genesee Joe, man, he's a gem in our community.
He really is.
Ain't we lucky we got him. Colby was on, too. That was a guest that I had no idea who he was, and you brought him in. He's Brian over at Fratello's son.
Yep. Brian's son, Colby.
And he runs the place over at Fratello's, and we're giving Fratello's some love that day.
Yeah, yeah.
And not only that, but he impressed the hell out of me. He was a 22, 23-year-old kid, and you think he's like 60.
He's like a real estate mogul right now, and like he did the whole golf tournament. That's one of the biggest reasons why we brought him in here. He was having a lot of musical talent at the golf tournament afterwards, which, you know, brought in the local music, you know, thing to it. But, you know, did a lot for charity, and like the first one went pretty good, you know, and there was a lot of stuff that we both learned from setting that up, and hopefully it'll be a lot better next year. So.
Good kid.
Yeah, he really is.
Good kid.
Smart.
He's going to do big things.
Sure is.
You could tell that just by talking to him.
Yep.
Then we had the reunion of the Reuben James. And then we went down to Utica Monday night, Copernic Park, and watched them play. And it was like they never missed a beat.
No, never. It was like we were sitting at the EC again.
We got drunk that day.
Yes, we did. We sure did.
That was fun.
We sure did. We had the ice cream thing or whatever it was, you know, the Frosties.
Oh, shout out to my man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Poppy. Poppy's Ice.
Well, first we were here, and then we went over to Nail Creek.
Mm-hmm.
We drank a bunch there, and then we went over there, and we're like, crap, we didn't bring any beer. What the hell are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Your man hooked us up.
With the ice.
Yep.
And he put a shot of rum in it for us and brought it to the island. He's like, keep this on the down low. Thank you, man. Shout out to Poppy, man. He hooked us up
knows.
big time. Those ices are fantastic.
Absolutely.
Too, but Reuben James ended up doing a couple shows this year. They did one at Nail Creek.
Yeah.
And they did another. They did this one, and there was another one that they did too recently.
Sure.
But I
hope
those
that they
back.
keep doing it, like, you know, at least once a year, because, you know, I mean, everybody, you know, life gets in the way. Everybody starts families. Everybody, you know, doing different things. But I really feel like a band like that, you know, friends that grew up all together, that can happen. You know, they can all get back together and make something magical happen at least once a year. And they loved it. You know, they loved it.
Yeah, we were reminiscing all day.
Oh, man, were we?
Brought back a lot of great memories.
I tried to be their guitar tech. They wouldn't let me.
Funny, man. I don't think we laughed any harder this year or throughout this whole show than when Sal Alberico was in the studio.
That was unbelievable.
Oh, my God. My favorite line from that night.
It's my favorite line.
Hysterical, because he was on a roll.
Oh, he was.
And he was a little, you know. Anyways, he was on a roll, and he was telling a story about, he goes, I thought I went to bed. He goes, I went to bed with Bo Derek and woke up with Bo Diddley. We were crying, but what a career that guy has had.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you never know. You'd never guess it. You know what I mean? Like, and I think people should really pay attention to the old guard, you know, from local music.
Exactly.
You know, because they've been through it. I mean, especially guys like Sal, you know, a guy like Carmen Carmonica.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, guys like that. We always talked about the local music Hall of Fame, and some of these older guys that would be, you know, first ballot Hall of Famers for sure, and what they actually accomplished in life. You know, so.
There's a documentary on BET right now about Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
And Sal played with Whitney Houston back in the day.
He sure did.
Right in her beginnings. It was amazing.
I mean, everybody would think a saxophone sounds the same, but it sounds different when Sal plays it.
Yeah.
It really does. He has his own tone on the sax.
Yeah, there's a few guys like that.
There is,
David Sanborn's one. You know
Yep.
who else, too? Another local guy, Sam Kinninger.
Oh, my God.
Anytime I can hear Sam Kinninger play from down the street and point him like, that's Sam Kinninger playing.
Devin,
right
too. Devin Garamone.
Yeah.
For sure. And, and they all have it's almost like the Coltrane thing, Coltrane had his own kind of vibe. And each of the guys that we just mentioned, they have their own tone that it's them. If you have listened to them, you know it's them when they play. So.
A band that made their debut this year in 2021 was Seattle Sons.
Yes.
And Scott Henderson and Shane Stillman from Seattle Sons were in the studio that day. We had a lot of fun that day.
Yep.
Just
we
talking
made
about
Sheila angry.
We did.
We made Sheila very angry that day.
I forgot about that.
I heard about that a couple times after when I saw them.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
She bust your chops about it?
Oh, yeah. She was not happy.
Did you understand her, though, when she was talking?
No. No, but that time I did when she was mad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the time we were referring to, definitely not. And I was like,
Yeah.
And I turned and I looked at Joe, and he looked at me, and Joe Rossi, and he looked at me, and he goes, and I go, no. It was one of those, like, okay, let's go back into play,
Did you understand any of that?
But there's nothing wrong with that. She was having a great time, sure, it's cool. I just wish that I could have actually, contributed to the conversation. But I couldn't. So it's just like, yeah. All right. Please don't ask me a question where I should say no. Please don't ask me a question when I should say no, because all I'm doing is saying, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How soon do you think Seattle Sons is playing at the Enchanted Forest this summer?
Oh, my God. We have to make it happen. Showtime just played their holiday party, by the way.
Oh, how was that?
Macaulay Mountain, it was the most.
Was Scott there?
No.
Oh, I'm surprised.
We asked where he was, and she left. So, but if you can imagine a day in December, traveling up to Old Forge, you get a little nervous, right? Snow, whatever. Nope, it was 60 degrees when we got there. 60 degrees in the middle of December.
And there's no such thing as climate change.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was a fun day, and Seattle Sons is doing some really cool things. If you guys are in the mood for like that 90s grunge sound, where Alice in Chains and Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Seattle Sons is doing all of that. And they sound great.
They really do.
They sound great.
They're killing it, man. And and they have their own niche. There's not a single person in the area or a single band in the area that's doing 90s grunge. Exclusively.
Exclusively,
so,
right.
Yeah.
A guy that is a huge influence on both of us joined us on this podcast this year, and that's Bill Keeler.
Yeah.
Bill he's a mentor of mine from back in my K-Rock days and whatnot. We've done some events together, and I've been to his Christmas party, and you've played his Christmas parties, all his parties, and you just played on Christmas Eve, correct?
Yeah, every Christmas Eve party that he's had, I've had a chance to play at, and 1 year I showed up. I mean, we always do different things, and 1 year I showed up and I did the Christmas song by the Dave Matthews Band, and from that year on, he's had me close his Christmas Eve show every year, and
what'd you do this year? I heard you this.
I did the Christmas song by the Dave Matthews Band. Yeah,
I didn't know what that song was.
Yeah, it was. It's really a beautiful song, and like.
It is.
But the funny thing is that I swear to God, the night before Christmas Eve, I always end up getting drunk somehow, and I show up there the next morning hungover, and
thank God you're last.
Yeah, but
right?
there's always a champagne toast at the end, and as I'm in the middle of the song, the champagne toast is being poured, and in the middle of the song, I'm like, okay, like, you know what I mean, like trying not to throw up all over the table,
holding your cookies.
Exactly, and then I got to do this toast with them, and I'm like, okay, deep breath, oh, okay, good. Okay, good. All right, good. And then I'm good to go. You know what I mean? It's like, hair of the dog type thing. And I'm like, woo, okay, I'm good.
Amazing. Bill's been doing that for so long, too.
He has,
I was a little disappointed, and I understand why, though, because we were originally supposed to do that party at the Stanley in the lobby, but we decided not to do it. Well, he decided not to do it. We were looking forward to it.
It was the COVID thing.
Yeah, it's understandable.
And I'll tell you, at the studio, it wasn't the same. I mean, obviously it was a lot more scaled down. He only allowed a few people in. The rest he took by phone call, and, there wasn't like the loads of food and the booze and everything. And, because usually John Nagel's there with a whole bunch of booze and, and with a Santa hat on, and that was always fun. But, it's just, this year was a little bit different, and I just hope that 2022 is going to be a better year for everybody, and just let's get past all this and get back to normal. Hopefully,
It was a cool concept to have it at the Stanley. Hopefully he does it in 2022 on Christmas Eve.
This should. I mean, the bigger it gets, and it gets bigger for him every year. It really does. I mean, and it's really nice. Once again, any chance that musicians get together and hang out, it's always a ton of fun.
We mentioned him earlier. I got to bring this up, too. Genesee Joe always does a Christmas Eve show.
Yep.
And this year he kind of did it from his home.
You're right.
But he always puts on a good one, too. And so it's very action-packed full of local music on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we did one with Kelly Yako there with the whole Kelly's Christmas. We came in and we set up full band stuff in the studio at 92.7 one year.
You do both.
Yeah.
Before COVID, of course.
Before COVID, yeah. If Genesee Joe gets a hold of me, I can do both. I usually do. I try to do his early so I can close bills later. So but we did that one that year. We did all these songs from Kelly's Christmas, and we had bass. Scott came in with the bass with his horse thing on or whatever, and a Santa hat on that, and Kelly playing drums, and we just we had people singing harmony. It was great.
Did Scott bring the Millennium Falcon bass?
He did.
I love that bass.
Yes, me too. And he doesn't play it very often. And it's like if I owned that, I would.
You'd bring that out
every single fucking show.
Too many drunk people out there wanting. Let me play with that.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Every show that I could be on a stage.
There you go.
If I'm up above the crowd, I'd bring it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Excellent point.
Yeah.
We go from one local personality to an internet personality, and that was Chilling with the Rick joined us on Local Music Monday.
Oh, that poor guy. We destroyed him.
We didn't let him talk.
No.
Sorry,
but
Rick.
it was all in good love and good fun, though.
Right.
We love that guy, and
I think he's still mad at us.
Nah.
No?
I'm gonna be because I'm actually opening this season of Chilling with the Rick.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah. So him and I talked about
he's mad at me.
No, he's not. No, he's not mad at all. And I think, and it was really about trying to help him along because he had just gotten started. And we broke his balls because when we went on the show, it was the middle of July. It was 95 degrees. There was no shade. The wind was blowing the sign over. We're like, what kind of fucking bullshit is this? We're just playing around. But once again, like you said, if we're breaking your balls, it's because we love you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that was 100%. All nothing but love for Rick. Absolutely.
I love what he's doing.
For
Chilling
sure.
with the Rick is great. He opens the door to all the local musicians, and what he's doing on his YouTube show is fantastic.
Yeah.
And everybody should go over and like his page and check out his videos and his interviews. And he's done some really cool interviews with Roy Costin, us. Moyer's been on. DR from 3-Inch Fury, he's been on.
Wait a minute, who was on? Moyer?
Yeah, Jeff.
Are you sure?
Or Tim.
Are you sure?
I think he was a couple times.
He doesn't like to do shows at all like that. He doesn't like to do as many radio shows as he possibly can.
As long as there's distance, he'll do it.
Right.
The wind was blowing his hair that day.
It was.
He's
I remember that.
pissed
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
But go check out Chilling with the Rick. He's doing a great service for all the local musicians. Fallen Angel got back together.
Yes, I was
Wait, did they
not
get
there
back
for that.
together? Did they get back
No,
together? They just wanted to come and hang and
They
reminisce.
came and hung out. They
Oh, you
wanted.
weren't here for
I
that?
wasn't here for that. We tried to reschedule it too, and then you couldn't do it that show. Or no, we could do that show, but Dave and the other guys, somebody couldn't get down. So
we're doing a part 2 with that.
yeah. Well, why don't you talk about Fallen Angel for a second while I go grab another beer?
Yeah, go ahead. That was a great show with Art and Todd, and Borgia joined us for that one and talked about the old days and all the local music venues that were. I'm good, buddy. Thank you, though. All the local music venues that were on back in the day, and lots of good things happening with Fallen Angel. Looking forward to having those boys back on. Masucci joined us to talk about the 14th annual Animals for Animals benefit, which is something that's been going on 14 years. He's been doing that, and that was a great conversation. He had a great turnout for that one. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make any of those shows. It's the first Animals for Animals jam that I missed. It sucked.
I was never able to make those.
You're always so freaking
I'm
busy.
always busy and playing, and I really wish I could because once again, ton of musicians playing a festival kind of atmosphere, and being around everybody, being able to hang.
Yeah.
I missed out on a lot of that, but.
Suchi's doing a good service. I want to say the number off the top of my head raised like $60,000.
It's incredible
for the Stephen Swan Humane Society. So, hats off to
need
Suchi. Oh, they definitely need him.
Did we skip over March already?
Yeah, we did a while ago. We'll talk. I know what you're getting to.
Yeah, okay.
I know what you're getting to. I'm on a roll, baby.
You are.
I'm just going through the list over here. I'm excited. I haven't even seen what anybody's talking out there, but thank you all for joining us today for our year in review of 2021. We're coming up on 2 years of Local Music Monday.
Absolutely.
I want to thank everybody for all their love and support. And if you are watching this on Facebook, if you could do us a favor and click the share button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Larry Desiato joined us on Local Music Monday. Now that was a funny episode too.
Cuz was there.
Yeah. After he fired a fat one up and he came and talked to us.
For sure.
I love that man. I've known him since birth.
Oh, I know it. Yeah. Yep. But the first time I ever saw him play was at the good old summertime and state office building with Classified. Yeah, that was it's one of those things where you're just like, wow. You hear a horn band for the first time, you're like, wow. Who's that guy that's jumping around the stage like a maniac? Oh, that's Larry Desiato. Okay. All right. Can't quite do that anymore, but he's doing it.
I remember Larry came to see one of my bands. I can't remember which one it was, and just him being in the crowd made me like, oh my God, Larry's here.
Yeah.
You got excited.
Yeah.
I got excited. And
absolutely.
Just to see him, and he knows music too. Mm-hmm. He's been around it for a long, long time.
100%.
Knows his stuff. Another favorite Local Music Monday of mine is when your boy Sean came in. Why are you laughing?
Just because I laugh every time I hear him.
Yeah. He's funny.
He is funny.
Congratulations on the book they launched.
Oh, yeah. That was a stocking stuffer for my son this year.
Yeah, Kelly, too. She bought a couple of them for her niece and nephew.
Yeah.
And it's a cute book.
It really is.
Yeah,
they did a great job.
I didn't even know Sean knew how to draw.
No. I still don't think he does. I think that somebody drew it, and those pictures she has of him actually like looking like he's drawing, that he's not really drawing that.
Oh yeah,
he's not capable of that. Come on now.
You think they outsourced it to Fiverr and then put his name on it instead?
Absolutely. No, he did a great job, and Heather, of course, always the rock star in the family. It's definitely not him; it's her, 100%.
I agree.
Yep,
she's killing it. She's smart. She puts him in line too. He needed
damn straight. He did.
She definitely single-handedly changed his life, and he'll admit it.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's whooped.
Oh, for sure. I'll be wrapped around your finger. Sorry.
Are you guys playing this week together?
No,
not this week.
No, it's a bummer.
Coming soon. Do you have any gigs scheduled with Sean anytime soon?
Not offhand.
No.
It's one of those things where it'll probably be a last minute thing, But I am playing with the Wretched this Thursday. I've told you about the Wretched before.
The Wretched.
Yeah, it's Jose and I. It's our duo name. Like the Bill Cosby show. Or you ever remember that episode?
I do now. Oh, my God, that's funny.
Remember the episode? She's like, you were supposed to be studying with your friends, but you were out seeing the Wretched.
Yeah, she snuck out of the house.
Yeah.
Right? Vanessa?
Yes, Vanessa Huxtable. Snuck out of the house. You were out seeing the Wretched.
The Wretched.
That's our name, yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. I had Rebecca Miner in. She's an amazing talent from the Rochester area she lives in the area, and she played with my buddy Tim Baldwin.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, you missed that one. She's super talented, man. If you get
We're coming into a time where I'm missing a lot, and I'm bummed about it.
The Fabulous Mojos.
Yes,
is the name
I've heard of them.
Band.
Yep.
So if you could check those guys out, they're really, really good. And then she also has the Rebecca Miner Trio. Mm-hmm. She's out there doing a lot of cool things. So check out Rebecca Miner. She usually plays at like Woodland and 16 Stones and all those little brew pubs.
So cool.
Yeah, that's the cool thing.
Shout out to breweries right now.
Yes.
Just killing it with live music. Killing it.
If you own a brew pub and you're really into craft beer, chances are there's going to be some sort of live music.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about the people that own
I feel like
breweries.
Woodland started it all out.
They did.
They really did. They had music all the time. Mm-hmm. Like another one, 5 days a week, they'd have live music. They have, the old main would set up all their, play there and inside.
Yeah. And on a Sunday, too.
Right.
And you can't touch that place on a Sunday, especially in the afternoon. Like a Sunday afternoon in the summertime, there's a ton of people there supporting the live music.
They've reinvented Sunday Fun Day for sure.
They did.
Yep.
They did.
Go in there. If you don't like beer and you like mixed drinks, it's okay. Just go in and get one of their adult-sized root beer. The way I like to look at it is kind of like, the bushwhackers up at Slickers and Old Forge. It's the same type of concept, okay? 1 is good. 2 is okay, feeling all right. If you have 3, stop it halfway through. Because by 4, you're blackout. Guaranteed. Because they're so good going down. I mean, it tastes, literally their adult-sized root beer. It's bourbon cream and Saranac root beer. I mean, it is the most incredible taste. It tastes like a root beer float. It's unbelievable. Can't taste any booze. So I mean, you're rolling through and you're drinking fast. You know, especially in the summertime, drinking fast. You get like 5 in, and then it's like one of those things in the movie where you see somebody and they go.
A slow decline.
Oh yeah, big time. It's like creeper weed. But with booze.
The bushwhacker.
Yeah, the bushwhacker up in Slickers. It's a frozen mixed drink, and then you put whipped cream and a cherry on top with some.
Making a mental note of that one.
Oh, dude, you have no idea.
Yeah, I've never had one.
Oh God. Yeah, so that's a yearly tradition. You go up to Old Forge, you got to stop at Slickers. They have their Cajun shrimp. You know, so I mean, you get just piles of shrimp, and you just eat shrimp, drink bushwhackers. A lot of fun.
Sounds like a great day. My boy AJ Bates from Handsome Bob joined us for
Yes.
local. That was the last one we've had until this one. That
Really?
was the
Was
very
it?
Yeah, that was the very last Local Music Monday that
Wow.
we had. I've been so busy, man.
Oh my God, we all have.
Yeah, the whole month of
crazy.
December has just been jam.
But that's good though, because you know, I feel like that we probably had less shows this year than we did last year, which is to be expected because now we're busy again. Now we're actually able to work. So.
Thank God.
I know. And, like, you know, we apologize to everybody out there if you're looking forward to Local Music Monday on a Monday and we don't show up. And it's not because, you know, we're sitting at home and we didn't feel like it. It's because we legit, you know,
Can't.
shit's happening.
Yeah.
Life's happening, and that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're here as much as we can. And, you know, we might, you know, be I think that we should start, you know, repeating some guests here and there.
Yeah, we're
coming
going
up
to. And we have.
Because a lot of stuff's happened in the past year, especially for a lot of our guests we had the first year. There's a lot of stuff that's changed. My life's changed in the past 2 years, you know, musically, you know, so.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Handsome Bob. I think they were the band of the 2021 in my eyes.
Big time. I
Everybody
agree.
was talking about them all summer long. And, you know, from the beginning of the summer to the end of the summer, their crowd just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. People were following them, and what they're doing is really cool. They do a lot of medleys, and they do mashup of songs that are just, how do you put that song with that song?
Yeah.
It just makes you think. It's like, wow, these guys are really, really talented.
Super smart, talented, though. Like, you know, smart in music, you know, because there's that whole thing. I mean, you could just go through the motions, but these guys are smart in what they do.
Yeah, we got to get Perez on the show.
Definitely.
We need to get him on the show. I was at that show that AJ was in the studio to promote, and over at May Studios. That was great.
You saw Uncle Groovy there, right?
I saw Uncle Groovy there.
Uncle Groovy was there, yeah.
I feel like I see Uncle Groovy everywhere.
Well, that was the thing. He knew what was going on here through the show. So, you know, he watches our show, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to go check it out. So he went and checked it out.
Thank you,
know?
Groovy. Thank you for all the support. And what a great man that guy
Yeah,
is.
and what a support. He really is.
Get out there, check out Handsome Bob. That was a great day. They had that band called Flying High come in from, I think they're from Buffalo or wherever they're from. They're a punk band with
Such a
horns.
cool poster, too. Remember that poster they made was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so super cool.
Punk band with horns. Kind of ska vibe to them.
Sure.
Great night. A lot of talented artists coming in. Kate Devin played that night.
Yep.
Handsome Bob played. Handsome Bob killed it. They played like a whole punk rock 90s theme
So
song.
cool.
And Chris was all over the place, and a lot of support in the crowd. So it was really, really cool to see.
It's awesome.
Man, that's been our wrap-up. But the one thing that we did start off 2021 is with this bad boy right here. That's it. That's it. Congratulations, Justin. If not for
Same to you,
I
brother.
do not hold this in my hand.
Oh, come on now.
That's true, man.
That's not true.
Nobody listens to me, bro.
Oh, yes, they do.
I noticed the difference when Local Music Monday, we'll have all these people watching, and everybody's talking, and then when I do the show on my own, nobody.
Come on.
It's all because of you, bro. Everybody's sick
no.
of me. I've been doing this too long. They're like, who cares what Z's saying?
I love watching you.
Thanks, bud.
You know, I wouldn't be doing this show if it wasn't with you. That was our idea back in the day, remember?
Yeah, it was. It was
how we started this whole thing.
Oh my God, there's so much to catch up on as far as comments go. I
let's do it.
haven't been ignoring the comments. I've just been looking at the Local Music Monday playlist to remind ourselves who we had on this year. I got to give some love to my mom. My mom's out there. Merry Christmas. I miss you, Ange. Hopefully, I'll see you real soon. Hopefully, we never know. I don't know.
Can I say something here? Roy Costin, do you see what he wrote?
No,
He says, see you next year, 2022, 20th anniversary of Love Bone. Maybe we can finally get Chuck Heath at your show.
That would
Plus,
be
a
epic.
DC Strut reunion with re-release of the demo on Heaven and Hell Records.
Yes to all
That's
of that.
outstanding, yes.
Yes to all of that.
I got to meet Roy Costin in person this year. And,
You've never met Roy?
I never met him in person ever. So we got to meet this year, and I played a gig with Ryan Quinn in Oneida. I was able to sit and chat with him, which was so cool. Because, you know, of course, you meet a guitar player and you immediately start geeking out on guitar stuff. You know, guitars, gear, happens.
Roy's an amazing talent.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's been doing it for a long time.
Great teacher.
We'll have to do that. I
Yeah,
love
Motorlord. I want to meet you too.
Motorlord was on this year too.
Yeah, that was one show that I didn't make as well.
I apologize if I missed anybody. I apologize. There are some people that we probably did miss. And do you know what it is? It's sometimes I don't check the box on YouTube when Local Music Monday to put it in its perspective playlist.
Yep.
And there's probably some of them that I didn't. So shout out to Motorlord, man. They released an album this year too, and they've got my favorite theme song. We are Motorlord. Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, there's not many bands that have that either. You got like Bad Company as a song. You know, Motorlord. You know what I mean? It's cool. You know what I mean? I like that shit.
Joe Town wants you to join us for our VIP happy hour on Patreon.
Yeah.
And
I'm thinking about it. I gotta see if I can work it out. You know.
Yeah.
I have a 4-year-old now. Usually I would just be like, "Fuck yeah, I'll be there." Can't quite do that anymore.
And then she's also saying Paul, her husband, and her had the pleasure of meeting you that weekend.
Yes,
in Utica.
that was incredible. I was like, and of course, like I don't see people's faces when we do the show. So, you know, she's like, "Oh, you know who I am?" I'm like, "Oh shit, no." She goes, "Joe Town." I'm like, "Ah." Freaked out. I was like, yeah, now I know you.
Groovy jumping in. Another great year. He loves us. We love you too,
We
Groovy.
love you, Groovy, man.
Thank you so much for the support. I feel like every music community needs an Uncle Groovy in it.
For sure. And, you know, it's a genuine love for music that him and his wife have, and she comes out and with him. When they're both out, it's great, you know, because she just sits there and laughs at him. You know, and you know, but we've been able to include her and, you know, our friends and family, and we all like they're family with us. And I've known Uncle Groovy and Aunt Groovy for since I was a little boy. So, you know, so they've just been great people, and I was super surprised when I watched him dance for the first time. I was like, I never knew that motherfucker could do that.
He can move.
He can move.
They don't call him Groovy for nothing.
Exactly. And he just got, for Christmas, he got a tie-dye shirt, and it has a little oval right here that says Uncle Groovy on it.
Oh, wow.
So I think that we need to like start doing Uncle Groovy T-shirts. We have to have a merch table set up at the Showtime. You know, maybe we should do a Showtime merch table, but have like Uncle Groovy merch there.
A spinoff.
Uncle Groovy merch. We got like tie-dye shirts, tie-dye stickers. Let's just do this.
Love it.
Let's do it.
Uncle Groovy, man.
Love him.
Everybody needs to get a little Groovy in their life.
For sure.
You know, he can move. I bet you at one point he was on Dance Fever with Danny Terrio. I feel like he made an appearance on that TV show.
And if he
once.
didn't, he should have.
He should have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because people, like, they sit there and they're like, they see somebody be that outward and outgoing. And the first thing that people think, especially the younger kids, they're like, bah! The phones come out. They're like, well, look at this guy. And then all of a sudden you just watch them, they all go, oh, man, it's so... Oh, man, they start feeling the love. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, the dude is like just love, you know? What? Okay, that's it. Uncle Groovy, Local Music Monday. It's happening this year.
Can we do it?
Can we do it?
Yeah.
Uncle Groovy, if you're still there, will you come up and do a Local Music Monday with us?
I agree.
I'm going to shout out to Uncle Groovy right now. If you're still on, please let us know. Will you come on this year and do a Local Music Monday?
I agree. I think that's
a
fantastic
carpool.
idea.
We can carpool. I'll come pick you up.
Beautiful. I think that's a fantastic idea.
I think it's a good idea, too.
Rob Gerling is saying we've had Seattle Suns at Lucan's. They're always great. And I feel like they just played there, too.
Yeah,
and
that
I'm
was...
sure they'll play again soon.
No, wait, was this the second time they played there, I think, right? At Lucan's? I think. I don't know.
I don't remember. Second time. Maybe it was the second time.
Genesee Joe just wrote, eventually every chick at the bar of any age wants to dance with Uncle Groovy, and that is 100% true. Groovy's holding out on us. He says, we will see. Well, what do we need to do to make it happen, brother?
We'll make it happen.
All right.
We'll go pick him up. I think he needs a ride.
No, he's good.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, well, he doesn't need a ride. We're good.
All right, we're bringing him in. I love it. He's got to show some dance moves, too.
Oh my God! Yeah,
to make sure.
Well, we got that green screen there. We talked about that. You know, we got to have DJ Easy.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to have him come in. We'll do that thing.
Twitch show.
And yes, remember, and we'll have Groovy dance because I mean, listen, if the groove is there, Groovy's dancing. He's like, I could dance with the grooves there. I mean, there's been times when I play by myself that I'll hit a groove. And he'll just get up and start dancing. It's very few and far between in my solo shows because there's no drums, there's no bass. It's not like, you know. But I know that I'm setting a good groove if I'm playing by myself and he gets up and dances. So it makes me feel really good. So
you think he dances in his sleep?
I'm not sure.
I bet he does. I bet that guy gets out of bed dancing.
He probably, yeah.
He's just dancing his ass off.
Yeah, he's just an incredible human, for sure.
Max is saying, I miss those parties. So much fun. What parties does he speak of? I forgot. We've talked about so much today.
Yeah.
I miss you, Max. How about that? How about that?
I miss Max and him playing with his hair and asking us if his originals are really good enough to play.
Yeah.
You guys really think that I should play that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think that song's that good.
The next time he comes in, we're going to play a drinking game, okay? That we have to drink every time he touches his hair.
I love it.
I mean, we're going to be wasted.
Be smashed. Got to get Uber ready for that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get him ready for that. I love that song, though. And still I buy you flowers for my last $20. I love that song.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
Yeah.
He's a great songwriter.
He really is, man. Motorlord saying he loves us too nuts.
We love you, brother.
Shout out to Ray Race. Hope Santa was good to you as well.
We said the Christmas party's at the Drive. Yes.
Christmas party at the Drive.
That's
for
what he
sure.
said.
That were a lot of fun.
Joe Town, love Max's new CD. It is absolutely incredible. Have you heard it yet, Z?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You know, I was
at his CD release.
lucky enough. I was so lucky enough to have been asked by him to play on one of the songs. I wish you were here. The last track, I played all the guitars on it, and it was such a cool experience being in the studio again. You know how much I love being in the studio, and I still have I apologize to him every time I see him for not being at the CD release party, and I really feel bad about it. But also, I want to tell everybody that there's probably 4 pictures of me on the inside of the CD, and I played a grand total of 1 song.
There's 4 pictures of you?
Yeah, there's like 4 pictures of me in there.
I got to apologize. That CD has become a coaster in my world.
Coaster?
Yeah. Well, I listen to them on Spotify.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I don't have a CD player, but I paid the money to go into because I wanted to support my boy. And
of course,
got the CD and stuff, but I don't have a way to play it.
But I have an idea, like if I ever do another CD again, that I want to do, like Pam and Jeff talked about it years ago when we did the Mike Berdissi CD, was doing like a business card thing or like an all like website digital thing where when you pay for it, you get access to a website where all the liner notes are on the website, okay? And maybe like a video, you know what I mean? That's only exclusive to people that buy the, rights to it or buy the,
QR code.
The QR code, right? And then the entire CD is there for you to download to your phone or, whatever.
Great idea.
I mean,
Pam's always thinking outside the box.
Yeah, but that's really the way to do it. I mean, obviously, the way I look at it is that you're not going to sell any CDs anymore. You're not going to sell any full-length albums anymore because of the fact that if you're going to put them on digitally on Apple Music and Spotify, which why wouldn't you? Right. Because that's how everybody listens to music now.
It's distribution.
Yeah. So if you do that, what is the point of selling, a record? Unless like my old thing is do those digital cards like that, but then maybe print up like 20 vinyls. Like real liner notes on it, you know what I mean? Make it special, charge like $20-$30 for it, and it's got like a special meaning to people that can play it. Plus, it's going to sound great.
It's a great idea.
You know what I mean? And like I got a lot of ideas because they're really the only way for bands to make it now with anything. YouTube subscribers, obviously, playing out. It's the only way to make money. You got to play gigs. And merch. You got to have good merch. If you don't have good merch, you got nothing. And that's how they make the money. Because you buy the T-shirts for $10, you sell them for $20. You make $10. You got to do it. 15 even. If you want to make $5 a shirt, you know what I mean. But that's why you go to concerts. And you see these people, $85 for a zip-up hoodie. How else are they supposed to make money? You know what I mean? They got to make money somehow because they're not making money from the record companies.
Well, way to change the game and what's going to be the future, and it's starting to become the future, NFTs.
Yes.
NFTs are changing the game right now for all artists, not even just artists that paint or draw or anything like that, but NFTs are changing the game in the music world as well. And bands, listen, if you're out there listening to this podcast right now, jump on some NFTs, find somebody to mint you an NFT, come up with some creative ideas and put it up on OpenSeas or any of those NFT auction blocks.
Yeah.
Because it's changing the game and it takes the middleman right out and it's money in your hands.
Absolutely.
It's money in your hands. And then every time somebody either sells an NFT or that song, you get paid on it. You get a commission every time that NFT changes. So jump on it, look into it, do your own research, as they say. But NFTs is where it's at right now, and it's going to be a thing for years and years and years to come. They're saying right now, listen to the Gary V the other day, and he was saying that soon everything's going to be an NFT. You go into a concert, you're going to have to scan your NFT to go into that concert.
Right.
So, like, NFTs are changing the game, and it's going to be changing the game of all facets of life.
Right.
Everything. So
Yeah.
jump on it now. I'm telling you, you heard it here from your Uncle Z. I'm trying to put some money in your hands, and
Oh, sure.
NFTs are the way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, Max just wrote, you'd be surprised how many people don't have Spotify, though. That's the only reason I did hard copies, which I agree with, and I'm totally on board with. But gone are the days when you print 1,000 CDs. Gone are those days.
Gone.
I mean, you know,
It's a waste of money
if
now.
you want to do, like, you know, if you want to print 100 CDs, you know what I mean, or 50 CDs, or, you know, whatever, you know, for the people that want the hard copies. But these business cards, like I said, if you do the QR code, you put it on digitally. So if people don't have Spotify, don't want to deal with Spotify or Apple Music, at least they have the digital copy they can put on their phones, they can put on their computers and listen to it that way. Because then there's people like me who I legit, not even going to lie to you, I do not own a CD player. Okay, so I have Max's CD that I love. I love liner notes. That's what I buy CDs. I buy records still. I have a record player, but I buy records and CDs so I can look at the liner notes. That's the fun part. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, I get that. You know, make 100 CDs, make 10 records, you know, 10 vinyls or 20 vinyls, you know what I mean? But do the rest in these, you know, digital QR code things so that you're still making money on you know, the record, but you can actually do so much more with it. You can have like a special music video just for people that bought that QR code. You know, you can have liner notes. You can have them automatically sign up for your mailing list or whatever. You know what I mean? There's so much you can do with a QR code website. You know what I mean? That makes it, I don't know, a way that an easier way to make money, because I know people that won't buy CDs because they have no way to play them.
Right.
You know, so have that option for everybody. You know.
Yep.
And that way you're not paying disc makers thousands of dollars to get 1,000 CDs that sits in your basement.
Yeah. It happens. It happens a lot.
All my CDs just sitting in my basement. I got like 5 boxes of CDs in my
Waste of
basement
money.
from 2007.
We could start giving them away as gifts here.
We should.
On the D. We should.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to hear my shit, though.
We need bullshit, man.
Oh, God, that was so 2007.
Let's give Joetown a shout out.
Oh, yeah. She's all over the place today. I love it.
This is how I know that we're doing something good. This is a woman that we've never really met. I met her once this year. And I know for a fact that we're doing something good here in our local music community. If a woman from Batavia, who has no ties to us or the local
area.
music scene or
Right.
the area whatsoever, and she'll go out and buy Max's CD.
Yeah.
Or she'll listen to
Or she'll
whomever.
come to Lucan's and come see us play. I mean, like,
Right. She comes to town to come to town just because we talk about
because she's
it so much.
Joetown. No, sorry, I can't.
But
I
no,
love it.
Seriously, she just comes to town because she hears
Super
us talking
awesome,
about
yeah.
it. She hears Uncle Louie talking about it. So kudos to you, Joetown, and thank you so much for all your support. And thank you to
Batavia,
everybody for
man.
all your support.
Batavia is so far away.
It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, but that's
2.5
3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a Darien Lake area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool, man. This
Yeah.
is like, we're touching people. And I think we're doing a great thing here on Disruption Network, here Local Music Monday, the Uncle Louie Variety Show. I think we're doing some great things over here. And thank you so much for your continued support, and help spread the word of us, if you could.
Yeah.
Help spread the word. We have a great local music community. We talk about it. This is the reason why we have this show, is because our music community is so rich and thick with talent.
100%. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I will knock down, drag out with any other area. I really will.
She's saying, I wish she lived closer. Yeah. I wish you lived closer, too. I probably hang out with Paul all the time.
Well, since I know that Joetown is a CD player, I'll have a CD ready for her. Uncle Groovy apparently does not have one of my CDs, so I got one for him.
Rob Gurling saying,
Thank you, Rob.
Watch your mouth. Your originals are damn good. One of the few local artists I can listen to their album front to back. That's very cool.
Well, I hope you can. It's only 5 songs.
Justin, I want to thank you too, man, because, man, you really you perk me up every Monday.
That's only because I'm always happy.
Yeah. Today I was dragging ass, coming off the holidays. You're getting the after holiday funk type of thing. Wasn't feeling it. Then you come through the door, and I was just like, woke up. I'm like, oh. That and the Utica coffee, of course.
That'll do it. That'll do it. What did you have today? Because I decided to drink UC today.
French toast.
Ooh. You know, of course, the day that I decide I'm going to drink UC, you decide you're going to make some French toast coffee.
French toast coffee.
Usually it's like you're doing the Utica coffee back guano mixed with some other shit.
Today I'm straight French toast.
Which usually I'm telling you it feels like. I mean, I don't know what cocaine feels like, as I've never done it, but I imagine it'd be pretty close to some of your blends that you do.
Mixing them all together like the mad scientist, the chemist.
5,000 milligrams of caffeine. Whoa!
Yeah, sometimes the hair on my neck stands up. I drink so much of it.
Sure.
But no, seriously, bro. Thank you, man, for your contribution to Disruption Network, and we've had a great run.
Yeah, man.
We continue to have that great run.
Fuck yeah.
And we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary in March of Local Music
third
Monday.
year. I can't believe this.
Coming up really, really soon, and looking forward to having more guests in the studio and more performances. And
we're doing a little bit different. We got to do some stuff a little bit different. We'll discuss that. I think that what I think we should do is definitely have like a meeting of sorts. Over a couple of beers. And like I'll bring my notepad or something. We'll like start writing some stuff down and see some ideas. We got to brainstorm because I want to make it like different.
Yeah, we will. We'll switch it up a little bit.
Starting our third year, we got to really,
tweak it up
a little bit, you know.
And I think you need to perform one of these Mondays.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
Come on, why not?
Sure.
Did you perform on our anniversary?
No.
I don't think you did, right?
No, I didn't.
I don't think you've played on the show yet.
No, I was too busy drinking beer. Which I could also perform while drinking beer. That's fine.
Your first appearance on Disruption Network, you know what you played? I remember this.
Was it in that room?
Yep.
I don't know. All I remember is getting a UC placed in front of me, and I was like, God, I love this place.
Alice in Chains.
Oh, I did Nutshell?
You did Nutshell?
No shit.
First time you ever performed on
Wait, how did we get away with that?
It was when we first started, and we were more of a radio station then, too.
Gotcha.
Remember we were doing the internet radio?
Yep.
Disruption Network was originally playing music and doing all that, but we switched it up because we don't want to pay the FCC bullshit.
Exactly.
On,
yeah.
The licensing and whatnot. Yep. But yeah, that was the first thing you did. And then we did the 12 Days of Utica Christmas.
Oh, boy.
That was a lot of fun.
We never played that this year.
I know. We didn't do a show.
I know. Damn it.
We did it. That was great.
Well, you know what? You know what we got to do, because I think that obviously we don't have time this time, but I think next Monday we should play the 12 Days of Christmas.
I'll play it.
Utica Christmas next week. Next week.
We did
we'll start
last
the
year.
show. Yeah.
I remember playing it last year.
Yeah.
But I will start the show off with it next week.
Because I got to about 10 before I couldn't remember the accents I did before.
You were killing it.
But I was doing pretty good.
You did an accent for all 12 days.
All 12 days, yeah.
Even when you're 3 Italian cookies. You were even doing this too at the same time.
Yeah.
It was great, man. Absolutely hilarious. Shout out Danny Nolan from Vegas. What's up, brother? Good to hear from you, man. Hope all is well in LV. Go Knights. I'm a closet Golden Knights fan.
Ooh, nice.
I can't even say I'm a closet Golden Knights fan.
You are.
Yeah,
you are.
I love the Golden Knights. I love the Rangers a little bit more, but I like the Golden Knights too. And also, Justin, I got to tell you, I've secretly become a Bills fan too.
Secretly?
Yeah.
You don't have to be secret about it anymore. We're actually good this year.
I'm a Giant fan. I will always be a Giant fan.
But you know what?
I've been rooting for the Bills hardcore just because we're in upstate New York.
Yep.
It's the only NFL team
from New York.
It's true. It is. It's true. I get it. I understand that.
But I get where your pain is, because here's the deal, okay? So there was all those years that the Bills just sucked.
Yeah.
And of course, like, the Giants were decent that one year that they absolutely made Tom Brady suck his thumb in the middle of the field twice. Okay? Those times, I rooted for the Giants both times. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think the
whole world, except for Boston area, was.
I think there's a lot of New York teams that flip-flop and switch over. Like, I talk to Jerry Krause all the time. If the Mets are playing, the San Francisco Giants, I'm rooting for the Mets. You know what I mean? It's just it's that New York love, that New York pride. You know what I mean? But you just don't root for them when they play against each other. You know what I mean? And you're trying to, that whole thing. But I'm not going to be like, I'm a Bills fan, but fuck the Giants. That's not me. Or fuck the Jets. I'm not. They have New York in front of them. I'm rooting for them if they're not playing me. Yeah. Just the way it is.
If Scott Norwood hits that field goal back in 1990 against the Giants in the Super Bowl, I'm probably a Bills fan for life.
Yeah,
because I liked them both back then.
Yeah.
I loved Jim Kelly, Andre Reed, Thurman Thomas, Cornelius
I met
Bennett,
them all.
Bruce Smith. I loved that team.
Yeah.
I thought they were great, but I was a Giant fan. I was come out of the womb as a Giant fan.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it. Yeah. I mean, I came out of the womb. I should have been a Bills fan. My uncle was a Cowboys fan. He was my favorite uncle. You know what I mean? So it was like, I wanted to be like him. Growing up, like, it's really little. I'm like, oh my God, my uncle is the greatest thing in the world. He likes the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan. Of course, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, all that stuff. Then it got to the point where I didn't know anybody on the Cowboys, but I knew the entire Bills roster. I'd watch all the Bills games. I watch every, you know what I mean? It was like, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not a Cowboys fan. I never was a Cowboys fan. I was a Cowboys fan because my uncle wanted me to be.
Yeah.
I'm a Bills fan, 100%.
After watching Josh Allen step up the way he did,
dude,
on Sunday yesterday, it was amazing.
Watching him run over people.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
he's a big dude. He's a truck.
You watch all these other quarterbacks. They get somebody's going to tackle them. Oh God, I'm scared, and they slide. You know, and they're protecting themselves. I get it, but Josh Allen's so big, he's just like screw it. He puts his head down and rolls over everybody.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go far.
But he had what did they say?
Super Bowl.
I was the only person in franchise history, I guess, or maybe even NFL history. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't a sports show. 100 touchdowns and 20 rushing touchdowns or something like that, and the first 4 seasons he's been a quarterback. Like, it's insane.
Joe Town's a big Bills fan. She just suffered through all the crappy years.
Yes.
And never gave up.
Yeah.
It's awesome. 4 Super Bowls in a row, they lose. But how hard is it to make 4 in a row anyways? I don't care if you lost 4 in a row. Just to get there 4 years straight.
They were an incredible team. All 4 years they were an incredible team, and it's just, I don't know. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you don't know how it can happen, and then you watch the Patriots go pretty much undefeated that year and then lose to the Giants not once but twice. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's the Giants.
Yeah, maybe
maybe it's the Giants.
Well, Brady historically has a hard time with the NFC East because they also lost to the Philly.
Yes, they did.
To the Eagles.
Yep.
So they lost to the Giants twice and the Eagles. Those are the 3 Super Bowl losses that he had. Well, how many's he won, though? 7 or whatever?
Yeah. There's just certain things that Brady just can't get away with, like throwing tablets.
Right. Motor Lord saying he's a Packers fan, but roots for the Bills. I like the Packers too. I got
a lot of respect for Packers fans. I really do.
I love Aaron Rodgers.
If you're a Packers fan from New York, you've been a dire Packers fan your whole life.
Indeed.
There's nobody that just starts being a Packers fan.
Indeed.
It's ingrained in you.
It is, man. It is. Go Bills. Hopefully, they can win the Super Bowl.
I'm hoping. I want they can pull it
up. Bills win the Super Bowl for Buffalo.
After the loss to the first loss to the Patriots, and you saw like our wild card hopes were like decimated. Like there was no hope.
The win game, it was like 60-mile-per-hour.
Right, and there was nothing, and we got embarrassed. I mean, like they ran all over the team. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But then like to see division leaders and you see all 4 and the Bills are on there, and it's like, oh God, it's just so cool to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bud. Justin, where are you playing this week? Plug your dates. Plug a couple of your dates.
Thursday, The Wretched is playing at Side Street in Mohawk. It's actually a birthday party that we're playing, but I believe it's open to the public. So stop on down. We start at 8. It's Jose and I playing in a duo. Friday, New Year's Eve. There are still reservations if you want to, try to make it down to Ithaca. The Ithaca Ale House. We start at 10. And Saturday, we are on a double bill with Junkyard Heights.
Good call.
Fuck yeah, I did it.
You remembered.
They're playing first. We're playing second as far as I know. So
cool.
Come down and check out the music. It should be fun.
You're going to have all the New Year's Eve festivities going on at the Ale House?
For the most part, I mean, they got incredible food. It's not going to be like this big sit-down dinner or anything like that. It's going to be, they're a restaurant, so you go in, you order food, whatever. But, if you get your reservation, you're guaranteed to have the table the whole night, so.
Real quick, because I just jumped on the EC radio page, and I apologize to people who were commenting on the EC radio page, but a guest that dogged us a couple times is chiming in right now. Another Moyer. He said he won't drive 10 minutes to come talk to us, and he called you a boner.
Who, Jeff?
Jeff is calling you a boner.
Calling me a boner.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And he's saying he's a dick. He understands he's a dick.
He does.
We love you, Jeff.
I know he's parking the car every time.
Parking the car, baby.
Every time.
Parking the car, but hopefully we could get him in. I would love to talk to Jeff.
Absolutely love to do that.
And shout out to Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs. He's chiming in right now. They got he wants to plug tonight. Uncle Charlie's going to be at the 10th annual Holiday Jam at Swifties tonight.
Awesome.
So what Tony and those guys are doing are great. And they got
my God,
the hot shot on guitar, Jake.
Dude,
he's killing
Jake
it.
Lozo, man. Yeah. It's like I remember when we were and this is really quick, I promise. When we first started in '94, his dad Todd Lozo and Lonesome Dove were on top of the world. They were like the country guys.
Mm-hmm.
They played huge shows, lights, everything. It was like watching, and what Todd did for the country scene in the area back in the early '90s. I mean, he was Garth Brooks, but from Central New York. It was great. And then to see his son just come in and just shred on the guitar, man. He's insanely good.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's
Shout
really
out
nice
to
to
Uncle
see.
Charlie and the Meatballs. I love what you guys are doing. We got to get you
Yes.
back in the studio really, really soon. It's for Local Music Monday. It's been a great 2021, man.
Absolutely.
And thank you, man, for all your contributions and everything
Thank
you've
you,
done.
brother.
And if you haven't yet, go over to our Facebook and our social medias and give us a like, give us a follow. Follow Showtime, follow Poor Tim, follow Justin, everything that he's doing. Lots of good things.
And if you haven't been on the show yet and you really want to come on the show and we've forgotten because, I mean, we've had a lot of hard years of drinking and other stuff. And sometimes we forget. So if we've forgotten you, it's not like, oh, we don't want you on. If if we're forgetting you or if somebody we're forgetting, please, slide into our DMs lightly, smoothly, and let us know.
Tony's saying come play tonight if you're not doing anything.
Who?
Over at Swifties with Uncle Charlie and the
boy,
Meatball.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got my son all week this week, so my wife right now is home. He's at nap time the whole time we're on right now, so
Is
it's
he?
working out good. But I'm looking to help her out because she actually has a vacation this week for once. So
Much love to you, Jess, for holding it down, holding down the
incredible.
Smithson household.
she really is incredible.
She's a great woman. Great woman. Shout out to United Auto Sales. Thank you so much for believing in the D. Stop down to the showroom at 4994 Commercial Drive in Yorkville and see why it's easy to do business with United, or visit their website, unitedusedcars.com. Thank you to EJA Moving Services, Joey's at 307, Billy the Liquor Guy, Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, Dave Longaretta, my attorney, and of course, Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Get some hygiene for your groin area. Thank you to all our sponsors. If not for the sponsors, we can't do this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're interested in promoting your business or sponsoring here on Disruption Network, reach out to me, hit me up. You can email us as well as disruptionnetwork@gmail.com. Justin, again, thank you so much. Happy
Bro,
New Year,
much love.
everybody. Thank you for chiming in. Click the share button on Facebook, and
We'll see you in 2022, baby.
Stop the United Auto Sales. It's never hard to find a vehicle here. The lot is always loaded with cars, trucks, SUVs. Just take a look. I'll bet we have it, and if we don't, we'll buy it for you. United Auto Sales on Commercial Drive in Yorkville, where it's always easy to do business.